Hello. Make them colors pop. Okay. Miss one of the lights, darn it. Every time, you guys, every time. Hi, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I just want to talk about one thing today. So, hope you're all doing well. This is the painting I've been working on. I've been working on a lot of new things because it's festival season. And as you guys can tell, we can do outfit of the day. But I've been getting festival ready. I'm super excited. I love it. Obviously, as an artist, like festival time is a very important time. Look how sick this sweater is. Oh my goodness. Yeah, hit the like, it's free. So, yeah, I just want to talk about a couple things real quick because there's a lot of craziness going on. And this one is like, I think it's unisex, which means like, it's for men or women. And this is a small, and it's pretty huge on me. So, 1 second. Let me make sure everything is good. Okay, so it is Easter vacation, spring vacation, and we love that, love that, love that. The king is home, but just gotta make sure he's set and well taken care of. What's up, turds and nerds, freaks and geeks, and all that's in between? Look, it's me, your girl, Daisy Dane. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. I'm genuinely blessed to have you here, and I've been so excited. I've been ready to stream for like the last 2 hours, but just gotta make sure all is well. Yeah, I just saw this trend that's going on, and it's like literally the most disturbing one I've seen so far in a good while. So I wanted to take a look at that with you guys. If you didn't know, you can check me out on TikTok, Twitter, and Insta, modmaggieart. I'm on Facebook, DameVonBonDaisy, and Twitch, DameDaisyPlays. So if you're on any of those and you want to hang out with me there, you can do that. I would really, really love that. I love when you guys hang out with me. Anywhere that you hang out with me, I really do. Okay, so, yeah. I wanted to title the stream like, Have You Lost Your Mind? Because I'm literally wondering that. I'm thinking that that's what's happening right now. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. So, whoa, sorry about that. We're gonna discuss it. I hope you're doing well. I hope that life is good. I know that things have been a little wild lately, but that life always? Isn't life always just a bit wild? So, yeah, we're gonna discuss the most outrageous behavior of parents as of lately and why this keeps reoccurring because it's a pattern that I keep seeing and it's frustrating and I don't understand why it keeps happening. I do to a degree, but that's why we're going to talk about it because there are multiple reasons why certain things are occurring. And you guys know I don't just talk about the problem, we talk about the solution. And there's ways that we can work on these things ourselves, like right this minute, okay? So thank you again for joining me. Hit the like, it's free. I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, so many of you may be fans of like true crime and all that. I know there's a big community out there on YouTube for it. And Letitia Stout is now in court. And there's a lot of people who are always keeping an eye on these court cases and the paperwork, what's going on, the proceedings, what happens next, what that means for those people. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, and there's just this trend, as I stated, that keeps repeating. That's really disturbing to me because we have Letitia Stout, and that's Gannon's stepmother, by the way. We have Lori Vallow, who's titled the Doomsday Mom, which is like, huh? What? Huh? And then we have the recent circumstance with Passion and Talon. Oh, you guys, what is going on, right? We have the situation with Oren and Orison because Trezell and Jacqueline are now getting spoken to, being seen in court, discussing these things. We also have Summer Wells. Don and Candace have made a spectacle online over their circumstance, and it is truly just mind blowing. Thank you for joining me. Please hit the like. And that's not all. Do you guys remember Sophie? That story is still going. There's more to that saga. Leilani Simon, they're also being seen now. They're also getting spoken with, by the judges. They're being seen, right? There was the circumstance with this, um, hey, what's up? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. There's the whole thing with Madeline McCann and that Julia Fastina person. Apparently, there's a whole lot with that. So we'll talk about that in a second. That was a circumstance, y'all. I was not sure from the very get go. I said this person, they obviously are going through something. Let's leave it at that for me, okay? That's how I feel about that. And again, as per usual, we're right on there. Got that. We are correct every time. It's just amazing to me. Let's see. Okay, there's clearly multiple problems happening here, and it's always this multifaceted issue, right? Um, let's see. There's a couple other. Oh, the Murdochs. That's another one. The prestigious family of the Murdochs, right? They're supposed to be prestigious. They're supposed to have power. They're supposed to, have money and all of these things. Yet they're selling their belongings to pay for commissary and things like that. How? How? They have so much money. Okay, there's more. I can't even get into this one yet. Y'all need to just hold on. We need to talk about the other stories first. Chris Watts. Who else? There's more. Casey Anthony has come back up. What is this? What do all of these have in common, right? Well, some pretty messed up people for one. Ugh, those poor innocent children, you guys. It really. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. If you have a child, that is a blessing. It is something just so beautiful, something so special, something so unique. They're a little person of their own. Oh, and it really, really upsets me that this is a trend. It is the most disturbing trend, and we're going to get a little bit more into that. Again, hope you're well. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I know that streaming during the day is not always the most convenient, so I am working on streaming later so that it's easier for people all over, right? I want it to be more convenient. I want more people to be able to join us and be here with us, Okay, so Letitia Stout, for those who didn't know, that's the stepmother of Gannon. And this case alone was so sus. So sus. First of all, she gives credence to the evil stepmother story, that's for sure. You are the epitome of the evil stepmother. That's where this trope comes from. This person and the way that they manipulated with ease, the way that they just lied to the media. Rewatching that interview of Letitia with her back to the camera, oh my gosh, you guys, how weird was that? How strange was that whole circumstance? So sus. Please hit the like. It's free. I'm going to keep telling you because I adore you. And I really appreciate it. It is a team effort up in here. And we are team winning. We are team, what is it, Tiger Blue? Okay. So Letitia is just like the worst of the worst, right? This is facts on God at this point, right? They are being sentenced, babies. They're being sentenced, okay? They're in it. They're in the muck and the mire. Their story changed multiple times to horrendous things that people would never. You don't lie about these things. That's the worst thing is when people lie about this stuff. You have to be careful. Like this TikToker, for example, that faked a very serious illness, the worst of the worst, the cancers, for a good while. And then they finally were charged with something because they were faking it, getting money from their audience, right? What? Oh my gosh. I barely ever even mentioned the fact that I have a PayPal or that you guys can support in those ways. because I want you to do all that is free. I want you to take care of yourselves and your families first, and I mean it. So of course I'm not gonna be like, here's all my pay stuff, da 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 da. Like, no, you'll see it if you need to see it. It's in the description. You know where it is. If that is needed, there you go. Right? I don't. Ugh. Nope, just not for me. Right? And that's okay. But this is, it's just not okay. This is not okay. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible thing that keeps reoccurring. So Letitia and Gannon was 10 years old. And another thing that we see again and again is that a good chunk of these children have special powers. Um, you know, special needs, certain things like that, right? And many of you know I teach those with superpowers and special needs. And so this really tears at my heart. And being a stepmother, how cruel. Like, just terrible, just terrible. And another important fact is that in multiple cases, the sibling knew that their sibling was missing. A sibling was aware that one of them was gone. And they suffered because of this. This is bonkers to me. I just don't get it, okay? So Gannon was 10. They said that he went off to a friend's house, that from that point he was just gone, apparently, because he spilled something on the carpet. It was like wax or something. And Letitia was just berating this child, berating them, saying, what are we going to sell to fix this? What are we going to sell? We're going to sell the couch? You know, just making him feel horrible. And certain children in these circumstances, they have impulse control. And genuinely, I believe that this Gannon, from everything that I've seen, that they were a sweet child, that they genuinely had certain impulse controls. So it could be that they picked up the candle to blow it out, and they just, what is it? They just had a twitch or something. It could be any little thing, and that's part of the impulse control. It could be a twitch, it could be a jerk, like a quick movement, and so a little bit of the wax got on the floor and she just blew up. And that's why, like I said, when I start my podcast, we're going to call it Pinky Promise, because that's what Letitia said to Gannon. Do you pinky promise that we'll fix this, da da da, right? Terrible, 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 terrible. Okay, they're, like I said, they're being dealt with right now as we speak. And then there's Lori Vallow, the doomsday mom. Like, they couldn't make it any more dramatic. And it's, hi guys, thank you so much for being here. Oh, you're so sweet. Check out the fashion for today, because I went from cyberpunk to like hobo under the bridge really quick. Okay, for real. But it's super cute and I love it. It's the last of the stuff that I got for the festival season. I just love it. I'm obsessed. Okay. So, Doomsday Mom. This is someone, again, who is not the mother, but is, I do believe, the adopted mother. Um, oh my gosh. So, another child with special needs, and Lori Vallow literally called them a baby of affliction, but in a much crueler way, like in the rudest way. Think about that. In the rudest way you could say it, like that's how they said it. That's what they called this baby. I don't think people realize that, like, just because you become pregnant, it doesn't automatically stop you from being afflicted, right? And although the world agrees that that's horrific, that that's terrible, many babies are born every day to mothers suffering from affliction. And these babies are worthy. It's not like they're not, their lives are not worthy. They're absolutely worthy, and they should be cared for to the fullest. But there's so many instances recently that are just horrible. These parents are failing. And I really wonder what it says about us as a society overall. I think, like, if we're at this point, this is a bad, bad sign for us. This is a bad sign. And never to cause any fear, but what is going on? What would drive somebody to do some of these things? Because I promise you, the king is my world. Y'all seen me the other day. I was like all worked up a tizzy. I couldn't fathom. I couldn't fathom life without him. I just, no, nope, nope. I can't even, my brain doesn't even go there. It's like, no, never. So, the Doomsday Mother, two, two, two of the children, okay? Disappear, gone. But this person, Lori, they're something else. They are something else, okay? Because they're getting everybody else to do their dirty work. They're getting everyone else to do these things for them. And it's all manipulation. Many of these people are narcissists. Letitia. Letitia is absolutely one girl. He said, people are going to apologize to you. Oh, you need to be apologizing to the Lord for what you did. Horrific, horrific. The stories, when you hear the details of some of these cases, it's no wonder why I do not continuously cover these things, because I would hurt every day for these people. It's just not right. So, Passion and Talon, this baby just recently went missing and the mother was found in the apartment. Many of you know because how salacious the headlines were for this story. Because it was found obviously with a gator. And the mother was obviously no good either. You know, she was in a terrible state. And it was the father. It was, so far, allegedly, it's the father. He's been arrested. He's now, and when you see that that mug shot, sometimes you just see it in their eyes. Sometimes you just see it, you're like, wow, this person, there's either they're checked out, they no longer exist in that vessel, or something really, really wild is going on there. I believe it. I believe that some people who are so deep in affliction or in depression, sometimes they step out. Sometimes they're not there. Sometimes they're not all there. Sometimes they're on autopilot, just existing, floating through this world, waiting for the next day to end. That's freaking sad, y'all. my big chunky wonky heart cannot handle this. It cannot. I'm like, how do we help? What do we do? How do we fix these things? So yeah, the dad is now in trouble. He's behind bars as we speak. They're not sure whether, you know, Talon had gone before or after being found. And the way that the police described it, it was very strange. It was so strange. And it's like, this is so curious. This is the strangest thing. Please hit the like. Thank you guys so much for joining me. You know I won't keep you for too much longer. I just have to share these things with you because if not, I don't know, it weighs on my mind, and we have to be able to look back at these patterns and say that there's something going on here. That if this keeps reoccurring, we're failing as a society. Like what kind of society is this? Again, you know, I can only say it so much. So yeah, they knew this last story was very salacious because the headlines were found in a gator's mouth, right? It's just, could you pay that baby a little respect, please? Could you put a little respect on that baby's name? You know, could we not worry about the gator? Can you just say he was found? Why not? Why not? Because they have to make us sick about it. They have to make us sad about it. They have to make us hurt about it. The news is literally a 24/7 loop cycle of pain. I tell you this. This is why you come to the deprogramming session, so that you can understand that it's not worth it. It's just causing needless pain. And isn't life hard enough? Like, isn't it enough just, again, dealing with daily life and having all this extra thrown on? It's no wonder why so many are suffering. It really isn't. It's no wonder. And I hurt for them. I really do. And we're not even, okay, let's get further into it. Orrin and Orson, because Trezell and Jacqueline West are now being seen in court, and oh my goodness, they're not supposed to share like the whole, I guess, court video, but you can talk about it and share clips. So far, Trezell and Jacqueline. It seems like Trezell is bulking up a little bit. He's gaining some weight. And people were commenting about how BK lost weight and how he's looking smaller. And it is curious because when you enter, jail, you either accept the food that you're given and you eat for survival, or you only accept the parts that you believe that you should eat and can eat without making yourself sick, and you lose weight. There's only two options. You either eat it or you don't. And that's that. You don't get choices. They're not going to be like, here's your menu. No. No, 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 no. And these people locked away for the rest of their lives. For the rest of their lives. For what? For what? What did you really think would happen? For what? These Orrin and Orson, that one really touched my heart, because these Cal City boys, everybody kept calling them the boys, our boys, sincere and classic, like they're beautiful. They're such beautiful kids. They deserve better. All of these children just deserve so much better. Summer Wells, still missing. Still nothing. Don and Candace are going from YouTube to YouTube to, be a display of chaos, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know about it. I don't know. But that's that on that. Summer's still going. And I wanted to kind of title this 500 Days of Summer because it's like, it's sad. It's really sad. What's up? What up, Frank? We're talking about all the chaos going on with families. I can't fathom it. I really can't, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I couldn't imagine. So, remember Sophie? Stand with Sophie? Yeah, that whole thing, that's still going on. There's updates about that. More arguments, more pointing fingers, and that's the gist of this case. Still, that is happening. Now it's just swapped around, right? Please hit the like. It's free. I really appreciate it. Leilani Simons from Georgia with Quentin. Whew. What is going on? Like, what is so important to you? Why are they being so selfish that, they see their young as in the way, or they see their young as like, I don't know. I guess there's a couple other ways that people look at it, and we'll get into that towards the end. There's a little bit more. But most parents, yeah, maybe it's a selfish decision. And they truly are not worthy of that blessing. Like, children really are a blessing. And if they're going to do that, they're just not worthy of that. I just really feel that. Just because everyone can procreate doesn't mean some people should, And I don't know. Maybe there's a parenting class people should have to go through if everybody's just going to be popping them out willy-nilly, right? But, so there's the whole Madeline McCann thing, right? There was that thing where Julia Festiva was coming out with some weird psychic saying that they were Madeline McCann, and that was a really curious thing. Everybody was wrapped up in that for a second. Again, I was just like, wow, that's weird. They are going through something. And I hadn't really much more to say about it because there wasn't much more to say about it. But now there is. This person has come back to say that they might have the big bad horrible thing, the most horrible sickness, right? This Julia Festina, I don't know. You can correct me in the comments. But get this. They came over to the U.S., you guys. They came over to the U.S. and they were supposed to, like, stay with the psychic to, like, figure out who they are and to make content, I'm sure, and to, like, go viral via using a poor missing child's name, Like, it's so curious. Like, the things people do for clout, man, like, that TikToker is literally getting in trouble. What up? Thank you for joining me. For even, saying that they had that, pretending that they had that, manipulating their audience, getting money from their audience because they said, oh, I've got this. And people, there are some genuine people out there who are just genuine gems, and they don't know. They don't know the difference between somebody who's trying to get you money, honey, and somebody who's just trying to be nice, right? They're like, oh, this could be a good person, and boom, it's MGL, and you're like, ah, shoot, shouldn't have sent them money. Because they're not a very, you realize that, oh, this may have been a mistake. Maybe I was not helping, an actual proper creator do the right thing, right? This happens. And I'm sure it happens to the best of us. And do you know, of course, what is a major cause of all this insecurity and mental health issues? Do you want to know what it is? You already know. It's social media, baby. Yeah, of course. Of course, that's social media. People have to feel like they have to live up to some standard. I'm sitting here with you in a burlap sack, okay? I've gone so far past beauty standards. Like, that's where I'm at in my life. Where I'm like, listen, I'm gonna wear a bag if I want to, and I'm gonna rock it, and it's gonna look amazing. I just think it's funny. Okay, so yeah, and now they're trying to say that they were brought to the US, and it is a situation where it is against their will. This story, the storyline, is curated to the very last detail, and it just blows my mind. It really does. Okay, let's go on a little bit further. There's a little bit more. Thank you guys so much. Let me know if you like the artwork. You know what? The king was like, you always do, like, people and stuff, and there's not very much detail. He was like, you should do a more detailed piece. And I was like, dude, you're amazing. Like, thank you for your kind criticism. Like, yeah, you're right. I should do a more detailed painting. Thank you. Like, slay. Okay. There's clearly a problem, right? Mental health is clearly involved in this, right? But it's not a get out of jail free card. You just can't go, oops, bad mental health. Free, baby. I'm insane for the minute, right? Can't do that. Can't do that. So, yeah, it's not a get out of jail free card. You have to take responsibility for the things in your life, right? And you have to work on your mental health. It is not easy. It is a process and it takes time, and that's okay. Um, some people are just so desperate. It's weird to be a victim and to be a part of some oppressed group. It's like, why? It is so weird to me. Why would you want to be in these so-called oppressed communities and things like that? Like, but here's your victim tokens, but really, do you feel better now? Do you feel better now? Or do you not want to be a victim? Do you want to heal your soul, forgive, not forget? You don't have to, but move on for the betterment of you, baby. Like, why not? But some people just can't do that for some reason. So the TikToker, as I was talking about prior, arrested, claimed, oh my gosh, that at first they thought it was real. Oh my lordy. Oh, y'all. I cannot. Okay. Yeah, I think part of it is because of my ADHD that, like, it just cuts through the BS for me. It's like, boop, boop, boop. None of that makes sense. All that is bullcrap. Take what works, right? Like, take the bits of truth that are hidden in these things. All right. Let's consider. I wonder what 7 deadly sins some of these people have created. I'm getting some visual snow at the moment. Hold on. Sorry. So, believe it or not, I really do have that issue. And right now I'm just seeing a little bit of floaties. Okay. Yeah, the Murdoch family, that's a really good example because the light is so bright, it just causes it sometimes. Okay, so filicide, that's what it's called. It's the deliberate act of doing away with your young. It is a crime, obviously, and you could call the filicide, it's either the crime or the perpetrator, either one, okay? It's just, I could never understand this. I could never understand this. Casey Anthony and Chris Watts, right? Same thing. What you doing this for? What you doing this for? Look at their personalities too. Look how they just cannot accept. They cannot accept, being wrong or not having people buy their lies, right? They're like used to people buying their bullshit. So when people don't, they're like, wait, why are you not under my spell? Like, what's wrong here? Right? This is literally how they feel. The fact that we even have this many that are like well known is tragic. It really is to me. It really is. In New York, a mother faces charges because her 8-year-old, again, another one with superpowers, special needs, froze to death and passed away. It reminds me a lot of the Orrin and Orson case because they were kept separate. These kids, sorry, they were kept separate. And the father of this 8-year-old, oh my gosh, he was a policeman. He was a cop. Yeah. Yeah. NYPD. What? Yeah, for real. NYPD. That's his daddy. What world do we live in? Like, that's why I keep saying six ad world, and like that's why I keep bringing it up, because I am utterly confused as to how people get to this point. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm just, yeah, I'm blown away. It really just, I don't know. So yeah, I guess it's like the officers must have known too at first, because I don't know how then can we even trust that situation, you know? I don't like it. I don't like it. What happened to my music? Why isn't it working now? I don't know what happened, but that's okay. Okay, let me finish up, because like I said, I don't ever want to keep you too long. I do want to use this one real quick though. How pretty these yellows are. Yeah, NYPD. So it's like we're meant to be able to trust our officers, but so many of them are also dealing with these things. So many of them are also involved in these things. So I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I don't always have all the answers, but I just, there's got to be ways that we can work on these things. We have to be able to ensure that these people are not freaking Dexter in hiding, right? Just hiding amongst the people. Boom. Got a freaking tarp and everything. Like, what is going on? And this is the most disturbing trend. The fact that we really are not protecting our most vulnerable, those that need us most. And that's not good. That's not good. That is the sign of a, that's the sign of a fall, right? Of a fall from grace in a way, right? It's like it's no society at all. Okay, I do have something to cheer us up though, and a little bit more before I let you guys go. Thank you to those of you popping in and popping out and joining me. Please hit the like, it's free. You are amazing. I hope you're feeling good. You look amazing. I really appreciate you. And subscribe if you haven't, because normally my streams are a lot more chaotic. And it's fun. All right. There was this homeless couple, okay, get this, ready? A homeless couple who found a 17-year-old boy, okay? Again, superpower, special needs. They kept him safe, protected him, fed him, took care of him for 3 weeks. A homeless couple. A homeless couple, let me say it again, a homeless couple took better care of this baby, because 17, that's still, I really see like 20 and under, baby. Those are all like children, like little kids. You know what I mean? Your brain does not develop until you're 25. So, yes, are you technically an adult? Yes, of course. Are you always going to make the best decisions at that age? No. But I do hope that our youth are making better decisions, at these younger ages. So I just think that that's a really like uplifting thing. I think that that gives me hope and just humanity. Here comes the king. He's like, you've been on here long enough. Come hang out with me. So, right, this is partially mental health, but we cannot just excuse it. It's not a get out of jail free card. Oh, you went crazy for a minute. Well, then you need to work on your health, boo boo. Go to the gym, get it some workout in, boo boo. Like, take a walk, get some fresh air, touch some grass, okay? Do something that makes you happy. Do something that you enjoy. Get a hobby, just find ways to lighten up a bit, because I get it. The world is wild. Okay, there's just a tiny bit more. I really, really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Sorry, okay. So there's also the story of 14-year-old Scotty, and this was a strange one because he was seen, or like the photo that came out of him was wearing this shirt that was like so berating and just rude, making it look like he was some crybaby. This story is crazy because when the mother came out, it only caused more confusion and more concern. The mother did not cry, did not seem concerned, and told Scotty, I'm not mad, and if the cops come for you, you must come out. As if to say, there's already this distrust built for whatever reason, right? I don't know. It's curious. When the sister came out and spoke about things online, she states that her brother is disrespectful at home, that he's bad, and that's why these things happened. He also was sporting a brand new haircut that many were concerned was a part of the punishment. But the cops tried to quell fears and said, nay, it's just what he chose. It was just happenstance. This happened recently, right? Thank you all again for joining me. You're amazing. Hit the like. Thank you so much. So yeah, the sister said he's very naughty at home. No. 1 second. Sorry, Jules is a little. We love our fun interruptions. It's okay. All right. She said that he was being naughty at home. The mother said he wasn't in trouble, but he was clearly in trouble. And no tears again. So he was gone for like 7 days. But the weird thing is that they found him in the same clothes that he went missing in that weird shirt that everybody was concerned about. And they found him due to a disturbance call because he was with his mother. Huh? They even said this kid might go to some trailer to hide to deal with these things, right? But nobody went to look? It's been 6 days. What? The story only gets stranger, and I'm not going to go too far into that because I feel like it deserves its own video just due to the twists and turns. As I stated, I'm not someone who can just talk about all these cases. It's really, really hard on my heart and my soul. But I can't let this go. I can't ignore it, and I can't not point it out that there's a horrendous pattern happening recently, and it's terrible. It makes me sick to my bones. It's like, this is not good. There's something very foul, bad, demonic, terrible, and that's the truth. There's something horrible that these people could get to this point. Something's got to change. Please care for your loved ones. Protect them. Just let them know they're loved, okay? Make sure you do. Some really believe that they're doing these things out of love. Some really believe that this is the right choice and that their child's life may be worse if they don't. That's another part that really blows my mind. Some really do see this as them doing the right thing. They're clearly unwell, and many are often deemed unwell or unfit. Okay, he's right there. He's just waiting. Okay, so these are the top stories from recent weeks. From Murdaugh Dynasty collapsing to Lindsay Clancy in Massachusetts, a labor and delivery nurse who took lives of her three, and then jumped out a second-story window. Oh my goodness. Like, due to how these things are presented in the news and media and movies, many would assume that mental illness is the only contributing factor. This is not true. Some are very much sound of mind. And you have to know that. You have to know that just by simple odds and statistics, many of them are not mentally unwell. And that's the scariest freaking part. Please hit the like, okay? A forensic psych urges not to presume why it occurs because it stigmatizes many who will never be in this way, right? They will never think that way. They will never have those issues. It seems as though twice as many men commit this act than women, and it is also often due to psychosis or a depression. A lot of females who do this have higher rates of serious mental illness. These are the ones who believe they're doing what's morally right. They'll see it because of their values, their morals, or some type of Lori Vallow crazy weird beliefs, right? Dang doomsday mob. Okay, guys, the king is too determined to get me off the stream right now because he's literally standing in the hallway. So, we don't need the chaos. Okay, buddy. I'm literally ending the stream right now, okay? Thank you. We live in the chaos. Things need to change. What kind of society is this? Mental illness rise can be contributed to social media and life expectations as well as affliction. Shh. One more moment. Thank you. I will hope that you stay awake, stay aware, stay well. I really, really appreciate you guys. And thank you so, so much to my members. You are the coal that makes this train roll. And I really couldn't do it without you. One moment. Okay. Okay. So I want to show you a couple of these while I'm ending. This is a newer one too. Thank you again for just being here. I hope you do subscribe. Like I said, I just have to really get this out there because I feel it in my heart that this pattern is a bad one and it will keep occurring. And I don't want that, okay? I don't want that. I cannot fathom that type of behavior. I cannot fathom those types of actions. I just can't. You know, as someone who actually just very much loves my family and is very fortunate with a big, amazing Irish family, it's inconceivable to me. So be careful. Like I said, let your loved ones know you love them. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming to your very own deprogramming session. Let's look at one big one, and then I'll let you go. And like I said, I'll work on streaming later in the day so it's more convenient for all of you all over. But I think I'm gonna win this stream. So bye, love you. Stay safe.